Welcome to TalkersToGeeks.com. Justin here, back with more reviews for you. Today we're going to be reviewing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always. You can find this on Netflix, and as always, I give you a brief synopsis. So here we go. 30 years after the wise and powerful Zordon formed the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the team comes face to face with a familiar threat from the past. In the midst of a global crisis, they are called once again to be the heroes the world needs. The 30th anniversary special is inspired by a legendary mantra from the franchise: once a Ranger, always a Ranger, meaning once you become part of the Ranger family, you are always welcome back. And I definitely wanted to re-review this again because one, I did not pronounce the pronunciation of some of the actors correctly, so I'm going to get that pronunciation right this time. And here, and just to talk about the show, the special, I should say, the 90s. This is pure 90s goodness. It really is. If you are like me, who grew up when I was 6 years old and you were watching Power Rangers, this is like, it doesn't skip a beat. It's really gonna hit you hard here, and the nostalgia is at full effect here. And what really makes this work is that the fact that it does keep that core spirit 90s cheese. Now, some people might be turned off about this. Like, I had friends call me about this, and it was like, hey, I watched it. Was this acted on purpose, or was this on purpose on why things, the way it's presented, the way it looks, the way the acting, the style is? Is it on purpose? And I will have to say, yeah, it kind of is. This is going to be like how it was in 1993, and they nailed it. They really did. And this whole story, and this is going to be spoiler free, but I'm going to just talk about what you see in the trailer. This is all about Twee Trang's character, Trinity, who was the Yellow Ranger, and she tragically passed away in real life. And her character Trinity, and she passes in this special, and it's all about the Rangers dealing with that, and it's about her daughter Nim, who is hell bent on getting revenge on one of the past villains that takes out Trinity. And it's a great story. It really is a great story. What I would have really liked, I think that the story would have been way better if we were able to get more of the original cast members, such as Kimberly, Jason, Tommy, to really give it more of that emotional weight. And I'll have to say, one of my biggest complaints with the show is the fact that it's too short. The special is too short. It's only 55 minutes. And I think with having more time to breathe, if even going a little bit of a half an hour more, making this a movie, making it a movie special of an hour and 30 minutes, to give at least Zach and Billy, I wanted to see a little bit more of that emotional weight of them losing Trinity. And it's just kind of like one scene, she's gone. You see a little bit, like one scene of it, and then after that, it's kind of like that's it. And we do a time jump, and Zach is raising Nim, and that for me was just like, I really wanted to see a little bit more. And not to mention, because they substitute the original cast with the cast that took over, such as Rocky here and Kat, who was the Red and Pink Ranger respectively. But they didn't really have that strong of connection to Trinity as obviously Kimberly, Jason, and Tommy would, and Zach and Billy. So that will probably be my only complaint that I will say kind of hampers it. But for the most part, the 90s cheese, the 90s feel of everything, it works very, very well. The acting is good. The acting, some people might find cringy because the actors are playing it like how it was for us back in the days. Action-wise, it's still like how it was back in the days. Like, you get them going, they're like, ah, kicks and things of that nature. It's fun. It's pure 90s cheese, 90s goodness. And if you're like me, who grew up on this, you're gonna choke up a little bit. Especially the ending with the dedication to Jason David Frank and Tree Trang. It was beautiful. It was very, very beautiful. It hits you hard. For me, it always hits me hard when you see the in loving memory pictures, that always hits me hard regardless. And I really thought it was a great job. Walter Jones did amazing as Zach and just really stepping it up as the leader. I kind of want to see. For me, I'm kind of torn. I want to see more from this, but I also think that this is a perfect stamp series finale. And they did a good way of how to incorporate the missing Rangers such as Jason, Tommy, and Kimberly. And it was so funny too because they use actual merchandise to do it. You'll see when you see it, you're like, is that what I think it is? Did they actually use that props, quote unquote props, toys, to substitute for the Rangers? But it was a great story. The villain, who you see in the trailers, Rita, her plot is very Reverse Flash esque. If you watch Flash season one and what the Reverse Flash initial plan was, it's very similar to this. Going back into something and trying to take something out. So before something else happens, that was the plan. But overall, everybody, this was a very shocking, emotional ride, especially for us '90s kids because of Tree Trang's death, and they finally kind of really addressed it, at least and they did it very tastefully. And I just thought it was a really great way to send off. And even her, the actress who played her daughter, I believe is Charlie. Let me see if I can get her last name. Who plays Nim? She does a really good job as well. And do not be confused by the cheesy acting that, oh my God, this girl, she's hamming it up. Keep in mind, I'm gonna say this one more time. This is keeping the spirit of the '90s, from the music, from the aesthetics, with a little bit of a slightly bigger budget that Netflix is gonna give it, but it still does a really great job. Charlie Kirsch as Mim is her name, and she does a really great job. Walter Jones as Zach does a great job. Of course, we gotta talk about David Yost as Billy Cranston. Billy does a great job. There are a couple of cameos from the other Rangers that took over after the original Rangers. I'm not gonna say who pops up, but it was a nice brief cameo to see the whole team back together for that one. But otherwise, guys, please check this out. This is a great send off, and I call it a really nice storybook ending for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is Justin from MetaxasGeeks.com. What did you think about this? Comment below, let me know. And as always, hit that notification bell. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.